Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. In the last class, we have started this Upasamhara Adhyaya, which is the summary of the entire Bhagavad Gita, consisting of 78 shlokas, starts with the Arjuna's question. Arjuna asking about the difference between the two words of sannyasa and tyaga. He often heard these two words in the previous chapters, being he is having the intention of running away from the war. He will keep on again and again asking about trying to ask about these things, but Bhagavan Shri Krishna wantedly avoided to tell the actual Shastriya Upanishadic sannyasa description or ashrama sannyasa or ritual sannyasa. So in this final chapter, beginning again, Arjuna asked a question: is there any difference and a subtle difference? I want to know each word separately. Veditum ichchami, tyagasya and the sannyasasya bhavaha artha. In that way, after he asked the question, Bhagavan Shri Krishna started explaining in the second and third shlokas about some views of the different groups of people, or the Panditas, Kavayaha, Vichakshanaha, Viduhu, Kavayava. So they were all talking like this. What they are telling, one group of people says that giving up the expectation of the result of the action is called sannyasam. This is one way of opinion. And one group of people says that karmanam nyasam, giving up all the actions, is called sannyasam. So like this they were talking. And another group of people, when they say giving up of the actions, kamyanam karmanam, desire oriented kamya karmas alone should be given up. That means partially you have to given up, and you need not to give up entirely. What they mean here, because they take the Shastra's view, generally Shastra describes about the 5 kind of karmas. One is nitya karma, then nitya karma, naimittika karma, kamya karma, and prayashchitta karma and nishiddha karma. Now what they say here, kamyanam karmanam nyasam, means only desire oriented actions, and as well as the nishiddha karma anyhow we have to avoid. But nitya, naimittika and prashchita karmas you have to do. That is their opinion. And in the third shloka, we have seen the meaning up to third. I will read once this third shloka. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Tyajam doshavadityeke karma prahurmanishinaha yajnadanas tapah karma natyajamiti chapare. Another opinion, a group of people, Manishinaha, they were also well read and well know about the Shastras. They talk. Entire karma should be given up because any karma leads to the bondage, whether it is a sattvic karma, rajasic karma, tamasic, whatever. Karma means bondage. So it is like a arrested a person with the shackles of the chain of the silver, iron, silver or gold. But anyhow you are arrested, you are binded. So tyajam doshavad iti eke, by seeing the dosha in it, it is dosha bhuyishtam karma. But they say again, another people, yajnadana tapakarma na tyajam iti chapare. Yajnadana tapakarma. So in fact, in the first group, what they said, partially you have to give up that and keep it up partially. Nitya naimittika prashyata karmas you do. But give up the kamya karma and extra parihara karmas or nishiddha karmas. The same thing only to say, but in different words. Yajna, dana, tapa, these three type of karmas, you should not give it up. So like this, some people express their opinion. Because yajna, dana, yajna means here, which we have seen already in the 17th chapter, Pancha Mahayajnas, which are very important regular Nitya karmas of the Grihastha. Now, after saying these different opinions of the different teachers, Bhagavan now, he is going to express his verdict. It is not a simple opinion because being a Lord, Ishvara himself is conveying. So he is conveying the verdict. That means there is no any going back again in this. Therefore, so Bhagavan's opinion in the last class itself, I explained to you because otherwise we will get confusion. First of all, we have to remember that this sannyasa tyaga words explained by the Lord, going to be explained by the Lord also, not the Upanishadic, that ashrama or ritualistic real sannyasa. This is meant for all, even the people who are grihasthas like Arjuna and everybody. So the essence of this tyaga and the sannyasa we should remember properly. What Bhagavan said, he is going to tell in the 4th sloka onwards. Before that, I will just remind you, I already told in the last class, one is these two words are synonyms. No any difference absolutely. And Bhagavan's opinion is karma is of going to be 3 types. Sorry, this tyaga sannyasa also, that he will explain. And he already told there are 3 types of tyaga sannyasa also, sattvika, rajasika and tamasika. And according to Lord Shri Krishna, giving up these panchamaha yajnas, not doing, is the rajasika or tamasika tyagam. But doing the same panchamaha yajnas also is called sanya tyaga. How come doing, how can it becomes tyaga? That means in this performance of Patyamaha yajnas also, there are 2 benefits. One is material benefit and another is second spiritual benefit. So who gives up the material benefit and seeks the only spiritual benefit, then in that case, even if he performs also, it becomes a tyaga. But ultimately, this prepares the person for the real renunciation. That Bhagavan not telling explicitly, directly. So this is Shankara Bhagavan's Bhashyam reveals to us. Okay, let us listen to the fourth shloka. Nishchayam shrunu me tatra tyage bharata sattama त्यागो हि पुरुष व्याघ्र त्रिविध संप्रकीर्तितः यज्ञदान तपः कर्म न त्याज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञो दानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणाम्. I read fourth and fifth together. Here Bhagavan says, listen from me. This Hey Purusha Vyaghra, a tiger among the men, and not only the Bharata Sattama, the noblest person in the Bharata family dynasty. Listen clearly. Nishchayam shrunu me tatra. I am Nishchaya means here, this is my verdict. And what I am saying is the final word, like that. Tyaga also, this here now, here afterwards, whether we use Tyaga word or Sannyasa word, we should not get confused, because I already told that's why it is synonym words according to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. There are three types. Trividha Prakirtitaha. They were talked and told by the people of the learned. Samprakirtitaha, said to be three types, threefold. Now, before going to Bhagavan explaining all that, first he says, he picks up the thought from the previous opinion of the one group of people. And Bhagavan also supporting that. Yajna dana tapa karma na tyajyam. One should not give it up, this yajna, dana, tapa. About these things already we have discussed in the 70th chapter. Yajna helps to purify the person's mind, and tapaha purifies his physical body, and dana purifies his karma. That means purifies his accumulation of the karma and all that. So therefore, in three levels, the three things will help. And dhanam is the doing charity in the at the level of the grihastha ashrama and all that is a starting and beginning for the real total renunciation later when he comes to vanaprastha and sannyasa ashrama. Therefore, here, na tyajyam karyameva tat. We keep on, we have to do it. But we have to remember here, as I told the clause, how long? Lifelong? Not necessary. Until your chittam becomes shuddham. Chitta shuddhyardham karma yoga. Now here in Bhagavan's opinion, karma yoga is the sannyasa. How? One part of karma yoga is purification part. Another part of is that also which leads to you to the jnanam is the second part. Now bhakti we generally won't include here because both are endowed with the bhakti only, or we can say totally is the bhakti yoga. One part of the bhakti yoga is karma yoga. Second step of the bhakti yoga is the jnana yoga. Therefore, bhakti is inner ingredient of these karma yoga and as well as jnana yoga also. Why I am telling like this? Listen, This yajna, dana, tapa will help a person to become purer. They purify the person. Pavanani. Pavanani. They purify, are the purifiers. What is the meaning of purifying? Chittam. If the mind is not purified, free from the vasanas, karmas, and as well as the raga, dveshas, kama, krodhas, then that mind is not fit for receiving the knowledge and abide in the knowledge. Therefore, this yajna tapa karmas will help as a stepping stone or the first step to purify the person and makes him a fit, qualified person for the gnanam. That is the meaning. Pavanani manishinaha. Therefore, one should continue these things, but gradually while doing them also, without expecting any material benefit he has to do. Then after that, when Chitta Shuddhi has perfect taken place, what is the meaning of Chitta Shuddhi? How we will know that my Chitta is purified or not? The stage will come where when you not interested in anything in this world, you are not desiring any material benefit, you are only purely seeking the truth and the moksha. That is the indication, that's all. So one has to check one by himself whether I am really reached this state. Until that you have to keep on do. Until that you have to keep on listen the Shravanam Shastra. All that you have to keep on do it. But that courage and the Trivra Vairagya comes, then person will completely turn his attention, his endeavor, his focus of the mind, everything is on the recognizing the truth. Therefore, Manishinam, here meaning is the intelligent karma yogis. After saying this, Bhagavan now goes to the second principle of the Sattvika Tyagam. Sattvika Tyagam is praised here, no? Rajasika Tyagam is giving up the Panchamahayagnas, Yajna Tapa Karma, or Tamasika. That is not accepted. Now, if the Sattvika person, Sattvika type of Tyaga is like this. Etanyapi tu karmani sangam tektva phalani cha kartavyani me pardha nishchitam matamuttamam. See, Bhagavan himself clarifying. So those karmas which I proposed, yajna dana tapa karma natyajyam karyameva tat yajna dana tapa karmena pavanani manishinaha. Then what is the reason? Because they desire for the spiritual fulfillment through this yajna dana tapa, not the material benefit. So etanyapi, that means those karmas three which are basically mentioned, because they included everything in that yajna dana tapa. Etanyapi, they also should be performed. Indeed, sangam tektva phalanicha, not desiring the result of those actions, and you have to perform without any attachment to the result. But automatically the Chitta Shuddhi result for which is going to be helpful for spiritual upliftment, that will automatically come. You need not to desire. When you drop the desiring of the materialistic benefits, automatically you will get the benefit of the inner purification of the mind. But why I do? Because I am supposed to do that. Kartavyan. kartavyan iti. I must supposed to do, because I know by doing without expecting the phalam result, they will be they are going to be purify my mind. By knowing for certain that person is ought to be performed these actions alone, and therefore there is no any doubt about it. Then seventh shloka. नियतस्य तु सन्न्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः. Arjuna, do you know what is the tamasic tyaga? I told no, 3 types are there. Now I told about the sattvika tyaga is without expecting the phalam. Doing. But here tamasika tyagam is niyatasya tu sannyasah, this renunciation, niyatasya karmana is an obligatory action. Natu upapadyate is not proper. It's a renunciation, parityagaha, out of delusion. That is the main point. Somebody if wants to give it up because of the delusion. Delusion is about what? And why I have to do all this? Who said? That means not having any kind of reverence and belief or faith on the Shastra, and not knowing that these things will help for me, for my shreyas, for my purification of the mind. Not knowing that, he simply gives up, which is told as the nitya compulsory karma. But if he renunciates out of the delusion in this way, that is called, said as the tamasika renunciation. Now if you see in the world, many people, delusion means confusion also, illusion also. If a person goes to depression also, he gives up so many type of actions. He won't participate, he won't show interest, he won't talk to anybody. So those symptoms are delusory symptoms, depressed symptoms. Therefore, we cannot call it as the tyaga. If that happens, it is a tamasika tyagam. Then, 8th shloka, Bhagavan explaining about the rajasika tyagam. Dukkhamityeva yat karma kaya klesha bhayatyajet sakrutva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga phalam labhet. Kaya klesha bhayat. Who is going to do all this? It is so torturing. I have to sit down and I have to perform these things, and I have to take the bath compulsorily, and I have to perform in a particular time. Anything, this yajna tapa, it is painful to me. I cannot take such a painful things because I am so sensitive, I am so delicate. That to tapas, I cannot perform any kind of tapas. So it is out of fear of physical strain. That is the meaning kaya klesha bhayat. Out of that, whoever drops yat tyajet, a person who is supposed to give it up because of the physical strain, fear of physical strain, that kind of attitude, tyaga, and considering it is going to give me a lot of dukkha, misery, trouble, it is very troublesome. So, iti dukkhameva karma, and taking this in this way and giving it up. This is called Rajasika Tyagam. What is Tamasika Tyaga? Who given up because of delusion, mohat. And but here he knows that it is good, everything. He believes the Shastra, even though, but he because of the I cannot undergo this kind of pain to the body and all that. So that fear, because of that. Such a person, Arjuna, he never gets the Tyaga Phalam. Actually, by Tyagam, what Phalam we are expecting, that he won't get, because he has given up because of the fear only. Actually, what is the meaning here? Tyaga Phalam. Slowly, at least if he performs, his mind gets purified, he is get out of the laziness of the body, and then slowly he is going to become a fit for the receiving Gnanam, and that time to give up Sarva Karma Phala Tyaga Rupa Moksham na Vindati. That is the meaning. Tyaga Phalam. What for all this Tyagam? Ultimately, I must get the Gnanam. Through Gnanam, I must get the Moksha, Jivan Mukti. That he won't get. And that means, which is helpful for the Moksha Prapti, that Chitta Shuddhi he won't get. Naturally, he won't get the Gnanam. Then naturally, he won't get the Moksha, freedom. Now, let me tell you clearly once more, Sattvika Tyagam. Karyamityeva yat karma niyatam kriyate Arjuna sangam tektva phalam shaiva satyaga sattviko mataha. So, ultimately Bhagavan praising this Sattvika Tyagam, because that is only ultimately going to help the person. He knows very well that Karyameva iti eva, Karyamiti eva. I have to perform. There is no choice. But there, yat karma, niyatam kriyate Arjuna. How he do niyatam? The obligatory, this action, duty, tyaktva sangam. Already the point is mentioned, but now you have to see that inner link and connection, how Bhagavan bringing out the topic slowly. It goes up to 12th Sloka, this sannyasa tyaga topic. Tyaktva, renouncing the sangam. Sangam to what? From what? From the result. Then who is supposed to do this obligatory duties with the attitude that iti eva karyam, it should be done in this way only. So how important it is for everyone. So here Tyaga Sannyasa is not a very rarely people who are taking the ashrama sannyasa, ritualistic final sannyasa. Before that, everyone gradually, after some age in the life, even being as a grihastha, antarika sannyasa should take place. Actually, giving up the phalam, giving up the expectation to the result of the good sattvic activities is the sannyasa, antarika sannyasa. What is the difficulty in this to do? Only thing, I should give up the worldly desires. Before I was desiring it, but now I understood that how long I will desire the worldly desires. Why I have to unnecessarily get into involved more and more? I want the liberation. So mukti is my goal. Therefore, in this way, it should be done. I will do, but for my purification of the mind. Therefore, I won't expect any material results, benefits out of them. If anybody do like this, see, for example, now also all of grihasthas will go to the temple or perform some kind of rituals and call the purohit, and for the sake of what? For everything we will take sankalpa. Now also, for the sake of my granddaughter's marriage, let my son get married, or my children will get the children. So like this, desiring something or the other. Those days in Shastra Purana says that about Rajasvi Yagam, Ashwamedha Yagam and Jyotishta Homa Yagam, all these are all meant for to go to Swarga or get Indra Padavi. Desires. Better world, better life, better comforts for all that. And here also we will keep on take Sankalpa and worship the Lord and desiring the worldly benefits alone. This is not correct. It won't lead you to the moksha if you desire for moksha. That's why that word moksha, those things Bhagavan didn't mention here, but what he said here, Naiva Tyaga Palam na labhet. What it means? What palam you have to get by doing Tyaga? That Bhagavan not directly telling that. That's why I am explaining in between by taking the words from the Shankara's Bhashya. Tyaga Palam is only ultimately mukti. The person who desires for the mukti, why he struggle and desire the local things from here? Children's job and children's marriage, or solving the problems of the property or health problems. He doesn't desire all that. They're all petty worldly desires. Putreshana, Lokeshana, Vitteshana, as Brihadaranyaka explains. So therefore, Sattvika Tyagam is like this. This is the main basis for to talk about the sannyasa. But directly we are not teachers, any Vedanta Guru or even a sannyasi Swami Guru never teach to everybody, you get ready for sannyasa, take sannyasa. No need. When that maturity comes, that time you will take, if it happens in your life. Otherwise, why can't you renounce the results of the actions, and why can't you drop at least after some years in the life, after the grihasthashrama spent for some years, give it up. I don't want any worldly things. Then it will work out. This is called Antarika Sannyasam. Now what is the conclusion? Therefore Antarika Sannyasa can be taken by anybody. Anybody. So all are eligible for sannyasa. One way it is that it is the meaning. So, and if you want to just know about what is the ritualistic sannyasa and the ashrama sannyasa, if anybody is having such a tremendous dispassion, atyanta vairagya, even from the brahmachari stage too, he can go to sannyasa ashrama. Even from the grihastha ashrama also, after some period of living as a grihastha and completed his minimum duties, because otherwise duties never get over. One after another, grandchildren, they will keep on coming. So after some time, some retirement, you can go to take sannyasa, and vanaprastha person also can take sannyasa. But once if you go to the highest ashrama dharma, one-way traffic, you cannot come back again, no return. Therefore, before, if anybody is going to take such a ashrama, ritualistic, upanishadic way of sannyasa, complete sarvasanga parityaga, that is ultimately Bhagavan also going to tell, but not now, not for Arjuna, or not for every one of us. Are you capable? Are you fit for it? Think of that first, then only. Therefore, if ritualistic and the ashrama dharma, ashrama sannyasa, the person should stay with a sannyasi guru for some long, lengthy period, and that guru will watch this person, whether he is really having dispassion and eligible, capable to lead a sannyasa life without depending on anything, anybody in this world. Then they will perform a lot of rituals for that, and they will make him to give it up everything, tuft cutting and taking out the upavitam, thread, and all the kinds of Viraja Homam and Shraddha Karmas, Viraja Homam, Gayatri Japam, all that 2 days the rituals will come. So that is all traditionally done. But you have to prepare first yourself. If you are not able to give it up from your heart, the desires for the worldly possessions and relations, attachment, then how you can focus your mind on the Brahma, Satyam, Atma, Jagan, Mithya, all this. Therefore, we have to prepare by ourselves. Arjuna, now you are not fit for that kind of thing. But being you ask the Tyaga and Sannyasa words, I am explaining like this. Therefore, Karma Yoga itself is a Sannyasa. How come? In Karma Yoga, this is the Bhavana. Karmannevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhuhu ma te sangostva karmani. We heard already in the 3rd chapter itself. Now, in 10th shloka, what for this 10th shloka, Shankara writes the Avatarika, by this karma phala tyaga, gradually person will get the, he will become a fit recipient for the Atma Jnanam. That is how it will come gradually. That description sake here the 10th shloka starting. What he says, Nadveshtya kushalam karma kushalenānushajjate tyāgi sattva samavishtaha medhavi chinna samshayaha. Here, tyāgi, see the word Bhagavan takes tyāgi. Sattvika sannyasi, which he has already just explained, that is karma yogi, which he mentioned in the previous shloka. So tyagi means sattvika sannyasi. Sattvika sannyasi means karma yogi. Karma yoga means who has given up the results of the not expecting. Such a person, tyagi, and he is na dveshti. He does not hate. He does not hate what either, and not only that, he is a chinna samshayaha, and he is a medhavi. See, no any doubt left in his mind about the karma, punarjanma, jiva or Ishvara or Jagat. No, all the doubts are disappeared from his heart. In that way, who established in this kind of sattva samavishtaha, established in this sattva guna, satvika bhava, satvika karma, that tyagi, medhavi, he becomes a wise. That means he gradually he gets the hunger of the Atmagnana. His gradually his hunger for the Atmagnana gets increased. And not only that, all the doubts are cleared. It is like the Sloka, almost similar to the Kathopanishad Sloka. Bhidyante hrudaya grandhihi Vidyate hrudaya grandhihi chidyante sarva samshayaha क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि. Then that is the meaning here also. Tasmin drushte paravare. He recognized what is highest, what should be my goal of life. What is the really I have to desire in my life. So tyagi, medhavi, chinna samshaya, and na adveshti, nadveshti. What he do? Akushalam karma, okay, akushalam karma, a disagreeable work, nor kushale, or to an agreeable one, agreeable, disagreeable. Na anushajyate. That means he is attached to the disagreeable karma, or he is attached to the agreeable karma. That means what? He is transcended the karma, the law of karma, the science of karma. Karma is now not a main criteria for me. Now I already attained such a Siddha Suddhi level, then therefore Nanushajyate. That means for him either Punya, Papa, Swarga, Naraka or Dharma, Dharma, these things are not important at all now. Yes? Therefore, what is the total gist of the shloka? Established in this Sattva Guna, Satvika Karma, this renouncer is a wise person and free from all the doubts. Then therefore he does not hate the disagreeable work, or not he is attracted to the agreeable one. That means for him everything is started seeing the equally. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo. All that are equal for him. He is transcended himself. He become a gunatita purusha as well. Because why I am mentioning all these words? Because we have already completed and came to the end of the Bhagavad Gita. It is just like. Therefore, nadveshti anukulam karma kushale na anushajyate. That means he is not get affected, influenced by any good or bad. His focus of the attention is not on it now. His focus is on only the one thing, one without second. See? So Bhagavan now, instead of saying directly like that, but he is telling like this, Tyagam is the Sattvika, Tyagam is the good. Means Karma Yoga. So which gives the Chitta Shuddhi. If you have really done this for some period of time, you will be free from the doubts, and you will have a very clear clarity about your goal. And therefore, I never hate anything, I never like anything. That means what? He is free from the raga dvesha. Ultimately, that only makes a person to abide in his own essential nature, the truth, the Brahman. Okay, so up to this, Bhagavan talked about the three types of this Tyagam, but in that he highlighted and emphasized, told the importance of this Sattvika Tyaga. So we'll conclude here and see further in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om. Tat Sat.